Hello, this is GBF Waldmeister with a Let's Play of Excelsior Phase 1 Lysandia, and we are going back to Farbarrow, where we learned seamanship and swimming also, so now we can actually buy us a ship too, and it will cost us 3,501 gold pieces, and since we have enough money, we can afford this effortlessly, but we will have to leave our horse several times. There will be a lot of horses by the time, and also a lot of ships. We cannot enter the ship. Why not? Why can't we enter the ship? What is this madness? Did I forget something? Oh, okay. I used the E key and not the board key. Let's read the ship. Farbarrow, city on the sea. And these guys... Enjoy your stay and obey the law! Yes, we shall do so. This sign reads, the dock with ducks. The dock with ducks. Dock of ducks. And we can just go through these bridges and visit that guy, because I want to know what he is up to these days. He seems to be a mage. We could be swimming there, but that would certainly mean we drown. So let's talk to the mage. Quietly greets you. Welcome. I can offer you a wide selection of magical items. And a lot of spells we don't have. So let's buy them all. For whatever reason. We probably won't be even able to cast half of them, but... well, since we're here, let's buy them all. And what a nice little shop you have here. Just a little bit... it ain't that easy to get to, and this duck, it looked like it was about to attack us, but it did not. Armory and weaponsmith, no, there was nothing of interest for us, and all in all, we are through with Farbarrow. So let's leave the town, the harbor, and go to the south to find the locksmith guy, which is actually quite expensive. And south, all the way to the south, and like in Rondor, this world is actually flat, and you have now, this is the edge of the world. So you can't actually loop around the world, it just ends at a certain point. And from this point on, you just go left. You are not be able to see it because it all looks the same, and you have to go somewhat up again to find the island I was mentioning. Could it be this island? No, this looks like Owenfield. And something we could also do with the ship is we can shoot, just like in Rondor. And that is the F button, and it means we can fire our catapult and just shoot these gremlins from afar. And leave, get the money, and get back on our ship. And there are some gnolls. Let's kill them too. And from Owenfield you go south. And here's an island, which there are not a lot of inhabitants. It is actually the Fringe of Reason, I think. It is not the Isle of Insanity. I have a map in the Windows 95 version. There is actually a map key, so that you can actually see the whole map. I printed it out for this one. In the DOS version you don't have this. And it says this is point 30, the Fringe of Reason. Well, as long as this isn't the Fridge of Reason, I'm quite content. So, and here is a little house on the eastern side, and a hut, and there we have a lot of thieves. The thief looks at you suspiciously, and his grin reveals rows of gold teeth. I hope you were not followed. Quick, step inside. The convention has almost begun. You peek inside the hut. Apparently, a group of thieves has gathered to share information. You would do well to speak to Gly in the back. He might have a few tricks to show you. And he does. And, well, these are a lot of thieves. which ask us where we live, and we could answer, well, somewhere in the multiverse, and also some cutthroats. And maybe we will find an entrance to this keys and gold, but it doesn't look that way, perhaps from the outside. I've never tried this, but I think they're just there for decoration, after all. But we wouldn't be a fixer if we didn't just try. There is a shovel we don't need, but keys. Skeleton keys. 3 and 8. And auto-saving, of course. There is no entrance on this side. Maybe on that side. Maybe sometimes, or in the later dungeons, they can be diagonal. The entrances, the hidden doors, so we will look out for that as well. But actually, there seems to be no entrance to this one. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to Gly, who sounds suspiciously like Sly. And he looks at Crafty and receives a nod, then speaks to you. I think I could teach you the art of lock-picking. It is a delicate specialty, but you look eager. It will only cost 100 gold pieces. What do you say? Well, yes. Fine. Gly helps himself to your money. He displays a row of various lock mechanisms and begins to illustrate how to pick them. He stops halfway through. I'm embarrassed to admit, but I seem to have forgotten the secret to this type of lock. Perhaps a little more gold will help. What do you say to 200 pieces? Gly has a distinct smirk. And it's obvious that he kind of wants to rob us, but that's just how the skill goes. Could say no. You look like a quitter from the start. I have better things to attend to, huffs Gly. Yeah, and so it actually ends this teaching of a skill, so we have to go through with it, unless we want to waste all our money. We have enough money, but I don't want to waste all of it on such a stupid skill-getting quest. Yes, and now we pay 200 gold pieces, and he says, Splendid! No, no, don't move, allow me. Your gold sack is again plundered. Now, where were we? Gly's memory comes back swiftly, and he continues with the lesson. He finishes the row of locks, and then says, That covers these samples. Now a real lock requires a different method. That information is precious, and I'm sure that after going this far, you wouldn't mind paying the 300 gold pieces I ask to disclose the secret. Am I right? Yes, you are. I thought as much, he says, again helping himself to your gold. He continues to explain the inner workings of locks. That about covers it, he says after a while. You are now competent in picking all varieties of locks. All that is, except for the single most secure lock currently made. I will have to consult my notes before I can tell you how to deal with them. Is a 500 gold pieces tip fair to the trouble? For the trouble? Yes. You are a good fellow indeed. Here, allow me. Now about this type of lock. Gly continues his lecture and finally concludes. Congratulations! With the knowledge you now possess, I myself would not feel my belongings secure in the chest in my own room, despite the security measures I have taken. That is the true test of a skilled lockpick. Gly tips his bright white-brimmed hat to you and scoops the sizable pile of gold on the table in front of you into it. Well, hello again, says Gly. I hope you've put my training to good use. Well, not as of now. I will leave now. I've spent quite a lot of money. It's actually the most expensive skill you can get in this game. So you could actually, if you don't need bandage or magic, you could actually just get it from the start. But then you would miss this nice little discussion with Gly, and him taking all your money. So, we do have a lockpick skill south from Castle Griswold, and now the only thing remaining is the music spell, of course, where we have to JED Merlings. And yes, music is the last one we are missing. And JED Merlings should be in Burrows, and that was the last time I didn't know where Burrows was. It is actually northwest of South Burrow, and quite on I wouldn't say it is a river. It is a sea, the biggest inland sea in the game, which is also connected by a river to the sea near Farbarrow, so you could find it there. But we are going around. South is Castle Griswold, and here is the town of, what is it? Hollow again, and we need a horse because we do actually want to run away from enemies for now, or for quite a while. And yet I cannot see horse merchants, so we will have to look at this signpost to tell us where is Burrows to the right. And so we will try to go there without getting into too much trouble, but as you can see, gremlins and mummies are swarming the place and swarming us. And we can't outrun them. And we've caught a disease. Yeah, this is something I forgot to mention because it wasn't necessary, because as long as you have a horse and run over these swamp fields, you will actually not get poisoned by the swamp fields. But if you don't have a horse, even if you have boots, like us, we have greaves, you will, or leather boots or something like that, you will get poisoned regardless. Or there's a chance that you get poisoned. But since we don't have a horse, we will get poisoned either way. There is a spell which will help us with being poisoned, which is, let me see my notes. Oh, we can look in the spell book to find the PB spell, the Purify Blood spell, but I think, or fear, that we don't have enough magic points yet, so that is kind of sad. So we have to find a healer again, before we get killed by the poison. There is a locksmith, and there is some food. Oh, there seems to be... Who are you? It's the leechery. Okay, the leechery should be able to help us. With 88 gold, yes. The leech applies his leeches, and in an hour you feel notably better. Have a safe journey, noble adventurer. But it seems we lost some HP in the process, or am I mistaken? It certainly looked that way. So getting blood sucked out of you actually reduces your... Well, it makes sense, I guess. HP, but frees you from the poison. This is Thieves' Paradise. Do we have enough keys? Yes, and since we now have lockpicks, we won't be wasting that much keys anymore. We can actually now go in here and talk to the guys sitting in the locked rooms. But normally we don't have anything interesting to tell us. And now we're blocked out of here. Since the guy is standing in our way. And this man doesn't have to say anything special either, so kind of wasted. But good demonstration of our new lock-picking skill. And there are actually no horses. Okay, so let's ask for JED Merlings and ask this bard. Oh, it's a cutthroat. Sorry, I always mistake them for cutthroats, or bards in this game. Oh, this is Serene, who helped us with getting the blue amulet. Yes, in the baobab tree. Baobab. And... yes, and this is the guy who tells us about the hut with thieves who can demonstrate their abilities to us, or just get our money from them. And this is the ranger who tells us the woods have mystic beauty to them. And you are... my name is Xoxiro, says the ranger with a stutter. Hey, Xoxiro. Sub-Zero. Sounds like Sub-Zero. Mortal Combat. Mortal Kombat! Where is this? Where is this guy who will tell us? A girl? A woman. The crusty woman says, although sorry. Although we here are in the middle of a lake, I know that if you want to sail the seas, a ship can be bought in Farborough. Yes, and wait a second. No, that wasn't the woman who told it to us. It was in Whittle-Nix. And these two warriors seems to come in pairs. Don't have anything to say to us. What is this? This is Burrows, isn't it? Yes. It has to be. Yes, it is Burrows. So... what exactly am I missing now? Who am I missing? It's not the guards. This is strange. Have I already talked to the person in question, or is it this leaper here? No, he still shrieks, "Begone! Begone! Get out of my bedroom." And who are you? Fish for 5. No. Or an eel. No. We have enough food. Thank you very much, but... you cutthroat. Please talk to me. Please tell me you are the one. No, you aren't. Sad. I am getting sad now. Why can't I find this person? This one person. Standing ready day and night. Nice to meet you, man. And you, the innkeeper, the plump innkeeper, smiles. Welcome, weary traveler. I can provide you with a bed and a meal for 22 gold pieces. Interested? No. The sign is blank. For whatever reason. Oh, here's someone. Ah. I must have... how did I not see him? Where was he hiding? I ran around this house. He has good camouflage, I have to admit. I have indeed seen Mr. Merlings. It was just about this morning, actually. He said to me that he had some important business to take care of in Hollow. I believe he was headed in that direction. Thank you. And Hollow we just came from. And we try not to run into poisonous areas if we can avoid it. But rather go back to Hollow, which is where we parked our ship. Also we will kill these enemies appearing left and right. And well, look for the one who will tell us about JED MERLINGS. JED MERLINGS. This cleric does not know where is JED MERLINGS. Where is JED MERLINGS? Is he here? Is he there? Is he everywhere? JED MERLINGS. JED MERLINGS. Ah, you look like someone who could know something. Hello. Ah, JED MERLINGS just passed through here, of course. He was headed north, I believe. Woodshade would seem like the logical stop from here, wouldn't you think? Well, I think so too, because it is actually in the north. Let's get on a boat and shoot this knoll from afar, and then sail upwards, so that we will not have to go all the way. And this is actually a place I've parked my ships plentiful times in my original playthrough, so I kinda know this place as my parking slot for ships. And autosave. And we will get to the free central towns again, where there will be horses. In the town of Wickmire. I sure hope so, yes. And we have a new horse. Thank you, Horsey. Horsey 2. As I said, I didn't want to leave the horses, but as soon as you buy a ship, you have to leave it, so I have no choice there but to do it. Now we're going this path, kind of like going to Castle Infinitum again, and thankfully we are not getting poisoned here. And okay, we're actually wrong, because we have to not cross this bridge, but the bridge to the east, because there's another one. And a gremlin hiding behind green swampland. And this is the other bridge. The 2 bridges in this area, which you need to cross several times in the game. But this will lead us directly to the town of Woodshade. Welcome to Woodshade. A lot of guards. Herbal cures if you are poisoned. Sorcerer. Welcome Seeker, says the flamboyant wizard. Perhaps you would care to make a donation to the Magicians and Showman's Fund. Not now, no, thank you. And I wouldn't have a button anyway. There are many people in Borinthia who need healing. You can volunteer your time at the hospital there and perhaps learn a few things. Like bandaging, which we know. Which we already know. And this is a big shop, the bow and arrow, or the arrow and the bow. Hello and good day to you, says the hunter. And here you can buy arrows and quarrels. But also something else. The bow is mightier than the sword. My sword disagrees. Charmed crossbow, charmed longbow are the things you could buy in here, if you're interested in playing a long-ranged character with long-range weapons. And this warrior tells us, there is nothing finer than a well-forged emerald blade. Look at this sword. Is it not beautiful? The warrior flashes a shiny green-bladed sword. This one is made from the finest emerald in the land. The ore from which this weapon was forged came from the Keep Flare, where emerald is found in abundance. Let's keep that in mind for later. The Sweet Tooth is actually a shop for food. Pleased to meet you, says a woman with a gentle curtsy. And JED MERLINGS, yes, thank you. Just passed through. Well, of course. I spoke briefly with him and he told me he was going to visit someone in Roaldia. I believe he should be there now. Okay, let's go to Roaldia, which is the northwestern town. And here in the Sweet Tooth we could buy biscuits, bread, muffins, pastry, cake and pie. And pie is for 3 gold pieces and would give us 2 food points. Cake is actually pretty good. It's or it's at least better than apples, because it is costs 2 gold pieces and does give us 2 food points. So it's like an apple, but doubly effective. The Gold Leaf Hostel. Just another hunter and another cutthroat and nothing else. Yes, this was a shop, and we now know where JED MERLINGS. Okay. I twisted it around to see if there was something to do, but no. The bard smiles politely. My name is Nargausius. I am widely regarded as the most distinguished geologist in all the land. Well, interesting. And we have something here which is quite interesting. It is the loot maker who cheerfully greets us. Welcome! Are you here today to buy or sell some handcrafted loots? And you could buy a normal loot, which you can also find by droppings from enemies, but also a slumber loot, which costs 402 gold pieces, And we can buy one, and once we have a music skill you will see that we can't actually do anything with it, unlike in Arondor where we were able to make enemies go to sleep. So Raldia is up Woodshade. Here is the town of, what was it again, Stockshire. And to the left, or to the west, is Raldia. And hopefully we'll soon finish all of this running around in the search for the music skill guy, so that we can finally start with the main quest. And which after that is pretty straightforward actually, if you know what you're doing. Green is the color of the quick and sly, says Mitchell. Yes, so sly that I almost didn't find you the first time. And yes, now where is the guy who tells me where JED Merling's is? There are the Leapers, still locked up, sadly. I'd already talked to you. And who might you be? Hello again, says the familiar cleric. You look exhausted from your travels. You have been looking for the fellow JED Merlings, I take it. Yes, it seems to be quite normal around here that anybody who's exhausted was looking for JED Merlings. Everybody knows already. Unfortunately, just after you first set off looking for him, he reappeared and said that he was heading for his hut. He's probably there now. Unless, of course, he decided to make a few stops along the way. Well, I sure hope not. And honestly, I don't know where you would get the information where his hut is actually, but I know it, and that means we have to get back to our ship because it is actually on another island in the southeast of the whole of Lysandia. So we have to go there next, or again, and we should be able to pass through these mountains here with relative ease. Going past Castle Infinitum. Fight with some gnolls along the way. Gnoll, die. And in some regards, some may even say many regards, this game is easier than Arondor because you get strong weapons pretty easily, as you have seen, or as we have seen. Even without the buy and sell stuff, you still would be able to get them with enough grinding for money. You would still get a speed blade pretty easily, and even one speed blade would like kill every enemy on this level with just one hit, except for a low damage roll. Of course, then things are different. And we're not hitting quite as often as I'd like to. Where's our ship? Where's our ship? Let's leave the horse and shoot these enemies from afar. On this level, the enemies don't actually have that much of ranged attacks. So now we will go southwest, southwest, and here's another island we not yet visit, because it is an island full of monsters. Sail around, and here is Castle Griswold again with Owenfield, and then we go to the east. Sailing to the east and going south, all the way south again to the end of the world, and then to the west. Because the hut of JED Merling's is actually on an island called, what is it again? Let me look on the map. It's an island called Moondrop Island, and the town there is called Randaway. Now we're going northwest, auto saving, and on this island we will find Randaway, the town, but that is not the hut of JED Merling's. He is actually hiding somewhere else. So let's heal up. And he should be in the... No, he isn't. Thought he was in the east, but then he is in the west. Southwest, actually, southwest of Randaway. And following this path to his hut, and there he is. And we will talk to him. At long last you have found JED Merlings. Yes! And before you address him very quickly, as if fearing he will disappear before your very eyes. Well, it is indeed a pleasure to meet someone who has been so determined to find me, but I'm afraid I cannot stay long. Of course not. I have much to do. However, you look as if you would be interested in learning how to play a musical instrument. I take it. I happen to be rather adept at such things, and could teach you the basics in a fairly short time. There's usually a small charge for the service, but it seems to me that you have already paid for it in exhaustion as you searched for me. Would you care to learn the skill? Yes. Wonderful, says JED. He picks up the nearest lute, of which he must have no less than 20, and starts to strum. After training you in both the theory and practice of music, you feel rather confident in your ability to elect pleasing sounds from the lute. And that was the last skill we can learn in the game. You and I must play a duet one of these days. Isn't that nice? So, and let's try the lute on, the slumber lute on anyone, but it doesn't happen anything. We play a vibrant melody, but of course you can see he's still moving around, so he didn't go to sleep. And this enemy could use doesn't go to sleep either. Even if I use it multiple times, even a simple kobold, the easiest enemy in the game, is not impressed by our music. So it is pretty useless. Sadly, would have been nice to actually have some bardic tricks up our sleeves, but alas, it does not happen. Oh, and he wanted to attack us from at our ship. We don't actually have more hit points on our ship or something like that, or more armor class, like you would expect. Just you can just sail around and fire a catapult, which is in itself pretty good. We don't need that much more. And now we have all the skills we need. Not all spells, but not all spells can be bought anyway. To now move to Excelsior and do our little upgrades in power. And let's get this food. 67 points of food. And perhaps sail up this river up to Excelsior. We could do this. There's no problem. Just might be a little difficult. So, do they have a horse in here? Well, then I shall buy a horse in North Blacksell. Do you have horses here? Do you? No. It doesn't look that way. No horses. Sadly, sadly, sadly. No horses. So we would actually have to go somewhere else. And it almost is no use of picking up any gold at this point because the enemies drop so little. It doesn't really matter. Just buying and selling oh, this could function as a bridge. Buying and selling weapons or any other things will get us more money than picking it up from enemies at this point. But food we can pick up. And we're surrounded by enemies. There are a lot of enemies right now. Thought we wouldn't spawn that often, but I'm somehow mistaken, it seems. Well, that's the first time that has happened. Oh, poultries. And this magic shop, I think we visited, but just to make sure, yes. We have been here before. Okay, let's go to Babel or Whittle Nix. They should have horses. What about Babel? No, it's keys and other useless stuff, at least for us now. So, it is in Wickmire, not Wibblenix, Wickmire. Yes, buy another horse. And kill the enemies. And go to North Castle Excelsior to level up. And increase our skills, because now we are going into dungeons which will be a little bit difficult, more difficult than staying on level. If we'd stay on level 2 it would be difficult. And to get to the red orb here, we have to inspect these walls, or these walls actually. So it's kind of confusing, but if you go for it logically, you can find it almost immediately. Yes, and there is the red orb, and we now have 33 strength points, and if I inspect it, nothing happens, because we already got the bonuses for level 2 in Castle Infinitum, Dexterity. So what we have to do is get the next level, and see that we can also advance to the 4th level already, but we will first, before we do that, we will use our 3 chances at the strength orb to get the might we need. We could actually lay off the gauntlets of might, just to see how much we can get. From 40 we are getting to 44 and 48, and if we do it again we will, yes, would have 52. I could show it to you once, but it stays on 50, and even if we now put on the Gauntlets of Might, it will not go above it. So I will load the game here and put on the Gauntlets of Might, so that we have 50 regardless. There are no better gauntlets anyway in the game, so we can just keep the Gauntlets of Might and save this one update for like Castle Infinitum, for example, because it is the closest nearby and not that far away. And there's the town of Oblier. Still don't know how to pronounce it correctly. And now we actually get enemies who have attacks which yeah, ranged attacks. So that is something to keep in mind, that the higher levels, the better the enemies become. It's kind of like Oblivion in that regard, or in any Elder Scrolls game, or yeah, that the enemies level up with you. And here is a way to Infinitum, and the scout is pretty annoying. But now we can also get more HP, 24, with the Alleviate Pain spell. We also have a Flesh Melt, or Flesh Flesh Mend spell, which is a better spell. But we don't have enough points to cast it yet. We need 3 points for that. And for that we would have to go or level up for once, and also get more intelligence in Griswold, which we will do. So this is kind of like the leveling up video. It's blue. Interesting. Oh, okay. My mistake. Infinitum is the castle for intelligence and Griswold for dexterity. I'm sorry. And now we have, again, messed up all our spell points, or all our orb points. I call them orb points. Invested them all. We will have to go back to Excelsior. Let's kill him. And run away! And we have actually a Gorn. A Gorn is one of the characters we could have played as race. And we're actually like close encounter guys. And one thing that really annoys me about scouts or enemies with ranged weapon in particular, you just can't not easily or fastly run past them, simply because they will shoot you, and that takes a few seconds or 1-2 seconds, and they shoot at you from all 8 angles. So running past them is quite a task. If you want to get past them quickly, you have to kind of maneuver around them. And now we can actually go to level 4 and keep on going. And yeah, we can also already advance to the 5th level, which is what we needed. So we don't have to kill any enemies anymore, actually. But I want to go to Griswold next. Past the 3 cities of the center. Here we parked our ship, and there's our horse still, our other horse. And this is actually a white, more dangerous undead. Here's the red, the Flare Keep, which has a lot of emerald in them. Or emerald, what is it called again? Who am I attacking? Oh, I'm attacking the wrong direction. No wonder that it takes some time. But now we can cast Fleshment and get 31 hit points, and even more because it stops once you have full HP again. The counter stops. We would even get more than 31 now at this point. And this scout actually ran into us, thankfully. And we also have a buccaneer who wants to fight with us. But we are like, no thanks, please die, we have to go on. There's a mummy in the mountains. Mummies in the mountains. And up to Griswold. And Griswold has the orb of dexterity hidden in the southeast. Where it is. Yes. So, we have dexterity 38. It should be 42 now, yes. And once more, and once more. And we now have a dexterity of 50. And now we can just invest the rest in intelligence. Which is actually quite nice. Because then we can cast some better spells. Second 42, 46, yeah, okay, it fits. It should fit. Let's save again. Because it has been a while. Not that I'm in great fear of dying right now, but you never know in this game. And there is an archer who will die rather fast. which I'm a fan of. So get some 41 pieces of food. Run away! Run away! Where's our ship? That means we're close to Excelsior again. Or at least on the right path. And where are you? Who are you, Excelsior? A buccaneer again. And a cutthroat. And a thief and a gorn. Out of saving, yes. And let's get that last level before we get to the main quest. You're ready for advancement? Thank you, and we have now 5 magic points. And we will seek advancement in our intelligence in Castle Infinitum. And now I'm a Dracula. Oh, skeleton keys. Oh, no, I took the maze. 77 skeleton keys. That is quite a lot keys for, you know, whatever that was. Scout. Archers. I hate you guys. And this could be a sorcerer. No, it's a banshee. Okay. Kinda looked like a sorcerer. And that are the most annoying enemies in the game. And the reason for that... Are you an ogre? Yes. This is an ogre. Is simply that they can put you to sleep. And that means you have to wait a lot of turns to actually get moving again. So... you can imagine I'm not a fan of that. After all. And it's sad that you can't teach your horse to swim. Goblin. A troll. A lot of new enemies are now appearing here. A ghoul. Yeah, white again. And ogres. And who are you? A spectre. Spectres are pretty strong actually. Or stronger than anything else we have faced so far. But with speed blades, they're pretty easily dismissed. Okay, now let's increase our intelligence. And then there was something about a place called, we have now 22, 26, 30 and 34. And intelligence of 34, yes. And that means total magic points for us as a warrior of 8, which is enough for us, actually. Can he cast the most important spells like healing spells, the stronger ones, and cure poison. And yes, if you recall, there was this woodsman right here in the woods of Schönhof's forest. The man called Hope, or no, Hope, it wasn't Hope, Hole or something. And of course the woodsman who helped us get the blue amulet. And he told us something about a hidden place of rebels in a place called what was it called again? In Indigo. Was it Indigo? Something like that. Something like that. There it is. In Dongo. Okay, now I've got it. And in Dongo actually is at a place I have to look up again. Where was it? Where is in Dongo? Should be could be north of here. There is a dungeon I've been to very often, but I'm not quite sure if it is that dungeon. So forgive me if I have to check it out again. I didn't actually write it down. And it isn't mentioned on the map. It is actually north. Here's a dungeon north east of Raldia. And we can't enter. But it is the dungeon Devenhoven, which is a pretty strong dungeon we don't need to go into right now. Kill this buccaneer first. And there's nothing I can take. Pile of gold, yes. I can take a pile of gold, can I? Okay. So, in Dongo. Gorn crosses our way. Banshee too. And you are a zombie, actually. Oh, wow, like a zombie. Great. It's like Dawn of the Dead. I really like Dawn of the Dead. Original and remake. Original a little bit more. Great movie. South of here are Forgotten Pits. That is a dungeon we don't need to visit right now again. In Dongo. And I've got it again. Okay. That's autosave. It's actually on an island. It is on the island of... Or it is, okay, the island doesn't actually have a name, but the town on that island is called Hayes. And that is actually west of Owenfield and Castle Griswold. So, we could actually swim there, but we could also get our ship back. Why not? It's just lying there around. Not being of use of anybody, really. And I never wanted to park my ship there anyway. Killing some coins on the way. And these guys still here. Kind of annoy me, militiaman. So I get rid of you. Another buccaneer. A mummy. Again a buccaneer. They're everywhere these days. Level 5, it seems. That is their preferred level. A troll hits us. And a kobold. I should think kobolds would have enough of us and wouldn't like to fight us anymore, but they do actually. So this would mean we lose our horse again, but we get our ship back, which is a little bit more expensive. It's like 3,000 gold pieces for a ship and 200 gold pieces for a horse, so it makes sense. And let's shoot these guys, these kobolds and cutthroats. And we get our first sea enemies. I had hoped it would be a duck, a crazy duck, but it's actually a sea worm. It's like a snake, a sea snake. Sadly, there are no kraken in this game. Just like deviations of sea snakes and sea worms later on. And there, Crazy Duck. Yes, and Crazy Duck misses us. And one thing I miss is actually the sound effect from the Windows 95 version, which is pretty funny once you kill that. Once you kill a Crazy Duck, it's really really funny. And we aren't quite here now, are we? Or what is this place? There's a Crazy Duck. I could turn on the sound. And see if that does anything. Now, what kind of hut is this? Okay, let's kill this. That was a pretty awful sound, I have to admit. Oh, the thieves. Okay, I know where we are now. And the sound is too annoying for me. I'm sorry. So I turn it off. It also takes up some time. And from the island of Thieves we go north, straight north to, and now we can see the coast of Infinitum and Owenfield. And from here, if you're on the level of, oh, it's a sea cucumber, which is interesting, and a crazy duck again. And if you're on the level of Owenfield and go to the left, you will hit... Oh my god. Okay, it's not right. You have to go a little bit up. Okay, just go up and then you are there. Okay. Let's kill this sea worm. A battle at the beach. There's another one. Let's kill it too. Get some more experience points. And we actually need some experience again to advance to the next level. 2698 to be precise. But we will have plenty of opportunities to get the experience points needed, because now that we're in the village of Haze, by the way of Hayworth, we will talk to the people in the next video, and also then go into the first dungeon we will completely explore, yes, which is in Dongo, the rebel hideout. Yes, that was GBF Aquawahlmeister with a little bit longer video of Let's Play of Phase 1 of Excelsior Lysandia. And yeah, I'm signing off. Until then.